Hi guys, welcome to section number 2 of our seated or Sandy Croft interval training. Okay, so as I explained within our first video in the lower body section, a lot of you probably would have heard about HIIT, H-I-I-T, within gyms, high intensity interval training. Now within Sandy Croft and the Wellbeing Project, we're going to make sure that everything is inclusive for everybody. So I'm going to show you different options. Again, there's going to be 7 moves in this section, and this is all on upper body. So first of all, we're going to take ourselves to the edge of our seat. Now it is important that our elbows go backwards, right? So triceps, this area here, okay? So lovingly called bingo wings quite often. What we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on the tricep area. You're going to pull your belly button to spine, and you're just going to lift yourself off the chair. Just a little. Push, as if you're assisting yourself to get up. Okay? So that is your first option. Now if you find that you wanted to move on a little bit, you can take your legs out. Probably easier if I show you from the side angle. So you turn your chair, and you take your bum off the chair, your elbows go backwards, and you press. Now, obviously that is a little bit more of a challenging option, so I'm going to give you lots more tricep options, but in this section, this one, or just coming off the chair very slightly. Okay, so your next one is going to be your bicep curl. Now you're going to come right to the edge of your seat, and again I'm going to turn to the side. Now this can all be done unweighted, but if you did want to add a little bit of resistance, cans of beans, bottles of water, just make sure they're equal weights on both sides. So your elbows are gripping against your rib cage. You curl up all the way to the top. You squeeze into your bicep, this area here, and then you exhale. You come down slowly against resistance. So squeeze up and exhale down slow. Now if you did have your cans of beans again, you'd be holding it into your hand, and you would feel that physical resistance. Now, you can create just as much within your own body, just by squeezing and contracting and taking your mind there. So we're getting a full range of motion, as you can see here, so I'm taking the backs of my hands all the way to the chair. And back up. And back down. Okay? So that's our bicep curls. I'm going to just turn the chair again, so you can see me. Now, seated shoulder press, so we're going to sit nice and tall again. We're going to take our arms at an equal angle, belly button to spine. Exhale, you bring your hands above your head as high as you can, and then return back. Squeeze, so we're working into our shoulders, but also contracting, stretching and releasing through the lats. Exhale, press and return, and again. So again, you could be doing these with cans of beans. So what I want you to do is squeeze your upper back together as well to open up your chest. And notice how I'm bringing both my arms back down to this angle, and then returning them equally. Now this can be done with one side and then the other. Just make sure your core is nice and tight, or you can do both sides together. Okay, so that is your tricep, your seated shoulder press. I'm going on to tricep again. Okay, so tricep press. So what we're going to do now is, I'm just going to turn my chair so you can see. Again, we spoke about the triceps earlier. Now your arms go all the way to the top. You bring your hands behind, and you press, and you press, and you press. I'm going to show you this from the front, because it is really, really important, guys, that you don't kick your elbows out and away. So notice how my arms are up straight, and press. And press. So imagine that you've got a piece of wood across, and you're trying to keep it squeezed on the inside of those elbows, and you just press and you press. Now release it off. Okay, your next one, reverse flies. So this works your upper back. So you're going to sit slightly forward. You're going to take your hands here, and you're going to lift. Okay, I'm looking up at you guys so I can see the camera, but what I want from you guys is to tuck that chin in, and you just lift your arms and return back. Again, can be done with a can of beans. Here, squeeze that upper back. Squeeze that upper back. okay? Now, I'm bent forward at an angle. I'm keeping my core nice and tight. So I'm here, and I lift, and I lift, and I make sure that I'm squeezing the upper back muscles, okay? Your next one is your lateral raises. So again, scooting forward onto the chair can be done with a can of beans if you want to again. You just lift your arms to the side and back, okay? So working into the shoulders, and then resisting on the way down works into our lats. Up, but make sure you keep your shoulders away from your ears, yeah? So we don't want any shoulders as earrings. Keep them dropped down. Lift, and lift, and lift. Now next one is tricep kickbacks. Okay, so triceps again. I did warn you there'll be plenty of options for this. So we lean forward. Now you can get a nice little bicep curl with this as well, so it can be doubled up. So with or without your weight, you lean forward, you squeeze, and then you kick back, and you kick back. So we can do one side then the other. You straighten the arm out, and you take it in. You straighten it out, and you take it in. Keep your core locked into place, okay? So again, you could do one then the other. You can do them both together. So that is section 2. That is our upper body section of sit. So your next section we will be going on to is core, okay? So I'll meet you back here in a second. Thank you guys.